Hare Krishna. We continue reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is. We are on chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge, on text 11. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tams tatheva bhajami aham mam vartamanu vartante manushya partha sarvashaha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pritha. As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pritha. These past few days, the verses that we have been reading are very often quoted. They are spoken of a lot. And this is one of them. Everyone is searching for Krishna in the different aspects of his manifestations. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is partially realized in his impersonal Brahmajyotir effulgence and as the all-pervading Supersoul dwelling within everything, including the particles of atoms. But Krishna is fully realized only by his pure devotees. Consequently, Krishna is the object of everyone's realization, and thus anyone and everyone is satisfied according to one's desire to have him. So what is my desire? If I desire to see Krishna as the light, which is his impersonal feature, then I will realize him as that. If I desire to realize the Lord as the super soul, as the Paramatma in everyone's heart, in the heart of every living entity, in the atom of in every atom of the universe, then I will realize to that degree. And if my desire is to understand the absolute truth as he is, and if I become a pure devotee, then I will be able to realize him in his personal feature. So this is what Krishna is saying, that each of us, everyone, whatever is my level, the object is one. The object is one, but only the realization, the level of realization is different. How we realize. The complete realization, the full realization is achieved by the pure devotees. So Krishna, so in the transcendental world also, Krishna reciprocates with his pure devotees in the transcendental attitude, just as the devotee wants him. So what is my desire? How do I want to reciprocate with the Supreme Lord? How do I want to reciprocate with the Supreme Lord? Do I want to reciprocate with the Supreme Lord by entering into his light, by thinking I have become one with the Lord now? So then I will get that. Do I want to realize the Supreme Lord as the super soul in everyone's heart and in every atom of the universe? I will realize him in that way. And do I want to understand the Supreme Lord as a person and have loving exchanges with him? Then I will have that. And that is the complete realization. So, and what does Krishna do in the transcendental world? What does he do? He reciprocates with the devotees in a way which the devotee wants the Lord to reciprocate. What is the desire of the devotee? How does he want to see the Lord? As his son, as his parent, as his a lover, or as his friend? What does he want? One devotee may want Krishna as Supreme Master, another as his personal friend, another as his son, and still another as his lover. Krishna rewards all the devotees equally according to their different intensities of love for him. So this is how Krishna is. He's saying, as all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pritha. So Krishna is not saying, oh, only some people follow my path. Only some, no, everyone, all inclusive, all living entities in all universes, not just a particular sect or a particular country or particular community. No, everyone, everyone. He's the object of our love. And how do we want to reciprocate with him? And he reciprocates with us according to that. He's the Supreme Lord. And yet, if our desire is to love him as a child, then he comes to us as he allows us. And this is all in the transcendental world. It's nothing material. It's not that these relationships with Krishna are on a material platform. No, they are on the transcendental platform. So in the material world, the same reciprocations of feelings are there, and they are equally exchanged by the Lord with the different types of worshippers. Now, in the material world, these exchanges are there. The same reciprocations of feelings are there, and they are exchanged by the Lord with different types of worshippers. The pure devotees, both here and in the transcendental abode, associate with him in person and are able to render personal service to the Lord, and thus derive transcendental bliss in his loving service. So a pure devotee, what is his desire? He wants to serve the Lord personally. So what does he do? He is here, it's both here and in the transcendental abode, associate with him in person. So the pure devotee, even though he's here in the material world, he is associating with the Lord in person. He's having this reciprocation with the Lord in this material world and also in the transcendental world. Why? Because he's already on the absolute platform. He's already on the absolute platform. And then what does the pure devotee gain by doing this? Derive transcendental bliss. Transcendental bliss in his loving service. He's personally serving the Lord. Personally. The Lord is there and the devotee is there, and there is a personal exchange, even in this material world and even in the transcendental abode, because it's on a transcendental platform. It's on a spiritual platform, not material platform. As for those who are impersonalists and who want to commit spiritual suicide by annihilating the individual existence of the living entity, Krishna helps also by absorbing them into his effulgence. Such impersonalists do not agree to accept the eternal, blissful personality of Godhead. Consequently, they cannot relish the bliss of transcendental personal service to the Lord, having extinguished their individuality. So if I want to, I don't want to have this personal association. I do not want to experience this bliss of this transcendental bliss, which I can when I associate with the Lord personally, then, but my desire is to be absorbed in the Brahmajyoti, in the glaring effulgence of the Lord. Krishna fulfills that desire. He fulfills. He is whatever you want, my dear so-and-so, what do you want? So he does that. Then some of them who are not firmly situated even in the impersonal existence return to this material field to exhibit their dormant desires for activities. They're not admitted into the spiritual planets, but they are again given a chance to act on the material planets. So then if I am, okay, I have reached the Brahman effulgence right now and I'm sitting there, I do experience bliss, but I cannot I cannot experience the bliss of personal association. Personal, like for example, if I personally meet some great personality, there's excitement, or or I personally meet someone I love the most, then that exchange is very sweet. We do not have realization or experience of true love in this material world, but we have some semblance, not much, but just some semblance, you know. So, but if I don't want that, then I will be situated in the Brahman effulgence. And even if I'm in the Brahman effulgence, if I still have, you know, I'm still have that one, maybe some dormant desire is there. Some dormant desire is there. So I might stay there for some time, which could be a very long time, but then I will come back to this material world. I will come back. I won't be able to go to Vaikuntha planet. So for those who are fruitive workers, the Lord awards the results of their prescribed duties as the Yageshwara, and those who are yogis seeking mystic powers are awarded such powers. So those who are fruitive workers, the Lord awards the desired results of their prescribed duties. So I just want to work for my benefit. Whatever I want to do, because I want to enjoy. I want to enjoy the result of my activity. I want to do something so that I can be able to enjoy. Then what happens? Krishna gives me that. He gives me that, whatever result I desire. And if I want to, through the yogic process, I want to acquire this mystic siddhis. Mystic siddhis, there are 8 that I can become very big or very tiny. I can become very light to float or become very heavy. I can even create a planet, or I can expand myself 8 times. Then Krishna gives me such powers. So it all depends what is my desire. In other words, everyone is dependent for success upon his mercy alone, and all kinds of spiritual processes are but different degrees of success on the same path. So my desire, because of my desire, I will be on one path, but the success I will get on the path, the success that I get depends on Krishna's mercy. That will my desire be fulfilled? Will I be able to achieve perfection on my path? That depends on the mercy of Krishna. But what are these spiritual processes? All the spiritual processes are but different degrees of success on the same path. So they are just different degrees. You know, where have I reached in my spiritual life? Where have I reached? It is a spiritual path. These are spiritual, the karma kand, that, you know, there's just the beginning of the yoga ladder, not even beginning to be spiritual, but the eventually, hopefully, then the Gyan path, yes, further progress, then the yogic path, further progress, and then bhakti path is the perfection. So we can see that the path is the same, but what is the degree? We can imagine like a ladder, and then the different rungs of the ladder. You know, the ladder has different, different levels. So it depends which level I have reached based on my desire, and I will be able to reach that position only when I have the mercy of Krishna. Unless, therefore, one comes to the highest perfection of Krishna consciousness, all attempts remain imperfect, as stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam 2.3.10. So, but what is the highest? The highest perfection, the topmost yoga, the topmost level of the yoga ladder, it is Krishna consciousness. That is the perfection. That is the perfection. Akama sarva kamo va moksha kama udaradihi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. Whether one is without desire, the condition of the devotees. So the devotees, they have no desire, or is desirous of all fruitive results. Means I want whatever I do is so that I can enjoy. I'm going to do something only if I can enjoy it. Or if my desire is liberation, I want to enter into the Brahman, into the Brahma Jyoti. Then what should I do? One should, with all efforts, try to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead for complete perfection, culminating in Krishna consciousness. So it doesn't matter what is my position right now. I have too many material desires. I have no material desires. I desire liberation. Doesn't matter. Bhagavatam says one should, with all efforts, should and all efforts. It's like a compulsion that you should do it. And how? With all efforts. What? Try to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Try to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead for complete perfection. In that way, we will get complete perfection. And what is that? Krishna consciousness. We will come to Krishna consciousness when we worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, irrespective of whatever is the condition of our heart right now. Any comments or questions? So if no, then we'll stop here. Thank you so much for listening and thank you so much for joining in. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Shilpa Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Premanande, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.